Niggas talking that gang shit, ain't got no stripes. Feel big with a gun, you don't know how to fight. And I mean what I say when I say on sight. I ain't sliding with a whip in the alley on a bike. A lot of y'all niggas do shit out spite. Hit his ass with the pipe and go night-night. And it might be wrong, but the shit feel right. I'm a legend like Mike. Niggas talking that gang shit, ain't got no stripes. Feel big with a gun, you don't know how to fight. And I mean
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. You got to do it with me. Podcast. There we go. Bring that mic over here. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure everybody can hear you loud and clear. All that good stuff. Introduce yourself.
What's up, man? My name OG Flame, man. I'm from Richmond County, Virginia. Little small town for real. So I came down to the A to fuck with Tampa, you know?
Man.
Oh, man.
It's okay. It's okay. What I do in situations like that, I just kind of bookmark where it is so I know to go back. Boom. Yeah. Just that easy. Now I can find it quick. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. Well, listen, give me some love. Boom. Appreciate you being here today.
Appreciate you.
We got a lot to talk about. I know you have a lot going on right now, but I want people to understand your journey. I want them to understand the struggle. Because it's not an easy business, right? So we're going to just take it all the way back to your childhood. Before music, what were you into?
Sports.
Okay. What type of sports was you playing?
Basketball, football, soccer. But basketball, my love, though.
Yeah. You a hooper?
Yeah. Well, I was. Not no more. I put some weight on that.
It'd be hard on your knees when you get older, huh?
Yeah.
I know that's right. So what made you decide music was a passion for you?
For real, I don't know, man. Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Old Lil Wayne.
Yeah, right.
You know,
he the GOAT for real.
when I was about 6th grade, I was messing around with my cousins, my older cousins, and they was always big in rap and all that.
Yeah.
And one day I just said, man, I'm going to try. Let me try to see if I can freestyle a little bit.
What you was talking about at that time?
A whole bunch of shit I wasn't doing.
Stuff that you weren't supposed to?
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff that they was doing that I saw them do.
Yeah.
You know?
Most definitely. Listen, I already know because when you young, I know you're young now, but
yeah.
you know, taking it back to then, you probably hadn't experienced a lot of life situations, so you had no choice but to talk about what you seen other people doing.
What I saw, yep.
Facts, most definitely. You grew up in VA?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of greats out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, one of my faves that I have so much respect for, of course, shout out to Timbaland. You know what I'm saying? One of the dopest producers ever, and that's just a tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of talent out there. Would you say with the different people coming out of VA had an influence on you as well?
Yeah, well, I'm from right there where Chris Brown from.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I saw.
Can you dance like Chris?
Nah, I can't.
Oh, okay. I was gonna have him bust a move real quick.
Yeah, so I kind of saw his little, you know, him coming up for real.
Yeah.
My cousins was close with him and all that.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. That's real dope, man. So let's talk about, you know, how when you first started doing music, you know, obviously this business it's tough and we don't understand it. I just shared with you, it took me 2 years of being in the business before I really got my branding together. Yeah. When was that transition for you from when you first came into business to when you said, you know what, I got to get my stuff together and really start making this into a brand?
For real, pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, I was doing the music, but I got 4 kids, a wife.
Yeah.
So I got to balance the work life.
Understood.
But then I just started taking it serious. I learned if I invested in myself, you know, like that'll give me more buzz.
Absolutely.
I ain't know nothing about marketing. Nothing. You know, I'm just thinking I could just drop a song and it's just gonna blow.
That's what every artist thinks. So trust me, you can't beat yourself up for that because I think every artist comes, unless they have like some OGs that gave them structure out the gate, which most of them don't. That's what they think. They think, oh man, I could just throw a song out there. Or
it's gonna blow up.
It's gonna blow up, you know, and I'm gonna have a big check. No, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
There's so much more that goes into it. Marketing obviously is one of the biggest ones, and then you know you gotta have a budget too.
Yeah, you gotta have a bag.
You know, one of my friends, he said that he always, you know, he does a lot of consultations, and he tells artists you gotta have the 3 M's. You gotta have the music, the money, and the marketing, and that's just straight like that. That's what it is. With that being said, you know, what is motivating you? I know you said you got family, wife, kids, you know, probably other supporters. Is that what's keeping you pushing?
Yeah, for real, it's the fans.
Yeah.
It's like, as soon as I started giving up on myself, I checked my DM, and it's like people from other places that's like, man, when you dropping something else, you know, what you doing?
Yeah.
And that's what keep me going, because like my wife would say, I get beat up on myself. I'm my biggest critic. So I'm like, man, I ain't doing the numbers I'm supposed to do. But then when I tapped in on the marketing side, I was like, I can do this for real.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so dope that you have your wife that supports you because honestly, this business requires a lot of your time.
Definitely.
You know, my significant other, he's an audio engineer and he does music as well. So I totally understand. You know what I'm saying? Like we understand each other that we can't be together all day.
Right.
Because we both get into the money. You know what I'm saying? We working.
For sure.
You know, let's talk about a little bit more in depth. If you don't mind, I don't want to never get too personal. But there's a lot of people who out here who have a hard time finding balance between doing this music business and still carrying a personal life. You know, how does that work out for you?
It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
I mean, most of my experiences I talk about in my music was kind of prior to me being a married man.
Yeah, understood.
You know, because fell off in the streets real heavy.
Yeah.
I was 16, 17. So all my experiences I talk about now is like, I don't know, it get kind of confusing sometimes because like, I got to talk about it because I want the younger crowd to know, man, the streets ain't really all this cracked up to be.
Absolutely. It's gonna end up putting you in either one or two bad situations.
For sure.
You're gonna lose your life potentially, or you're gonna end up behind the walls.
Exactly.
And you don't want either one of those.
But I mean, I experienced it so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
But then I'm versatile as an artist, so I can make music for the ladies because I know how to love a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My mama raised me. My dad was there, but he wasn't really there. You know.
And your mom's always gonna be your first love.
For sure.
You know, as a boy, their mother is the first love, and as a female, our dad, as long as the dad's in the picture, is gonna be our first love. Yep. You know, and mom's always gonna teach you how to love. I did that with my son too. I was like, because I was a single mom, I was like, you gonna be better than your dad. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Most definitely. You know, throughout this business, there's a lot of struggles. I've experienced them, and I'm sure you have as well. What has been one of the biggest struggles, if you don't mind sharing, that you had to overcome, and how did you get through it?
Criticism.
I'm bad on that too.
You know, like, I think I'm the man. You know, I think, you know, as an artist, you gotta have that ego.
Of course.
Think everything I put out fire.
Of course.
But then when you drop something that you think hard, and then you don't really get the feedback, you're like, oh,
hold on now, y'all tripping,
yeah.
y'all hating.
Yeah, but I just from playing sports, it helped me take that criticism.
Right. Yeah, I really think that if you are involved in sports, it teaches you how to be a team player. Yeah. It teaches you punctuality. It teaches you, like you said, how to take criticism. Yeah. Yep. So I think it's important, you know, that people get their kids involved in something at a young age because it's going to set them up for later on in life, most definitely. Yeah, that's a big one. I ain't going to lie. Like, it wasn't even so much about me, but artists that I work with, I used to get offended when other people would say stuff. And I'm like, nah, I need to stop doing that because I can't expect everybody to like it. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna love it, some people gonna hate it. It is what it is. So trust me, bro, that was a struggle for me too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the music scene like up there in your city for artists like yourself coming up in the business?
It ain't much.
Keep it all the way, G.
It ain't much.
You about to change all that?
Yeah. It's like ain't nobody marketing their music.
Right.
And I'm trying to tell them, like, man, look, if you got a team, everybody on your team ain't gonna be a rapper. Everybody got a position to play.
Facts.
You need to learn how to do marketing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The one who the best at the music, all right, then the boys say they got the bag. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the streets know, you know what I'm saying, drug dealers that got the bag.
Yeah.
But they want to be rappers too. Why not put the money up for the marketing for the young boy?
Period.
Good.
Nah, for real. I totally agree. Because that's an investment.
Yeah.
You know, take that money that you made this way and invest it into something good. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, there's a lot of young artists. Let me ask you this. How often are you putting out new music?
Well, I try to drop a single every month. I got an EP coming May 14th.
Okay.
Week, and I'm working on my album right now. I'm actually tapped in with Mike Check Global for marketing.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's dope. I'm definitely familiar.
Yeah, so I'm since I locked in with him, my number's been crazy.
Yeah, that's what you got to do is you got to, at some point, as an independent artist, I think you got to hire an agency or a PR or somebody who really understands the numbers, the analytics. And the reason I asked you that is because a song as an independent artist is really going to catch its height in the first month.
Yep.
Then if you look at your analytics, it starts dipping back down. That's when you got to drop your next song.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? You probably learned that from working with, Mic Check Global.
Trying to learn the algorithm and all that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're now in an era where like, yeah, you can continue to push that song, but you got to put content out like consistently. Like every single month you got to be releasing a new song.
Yeah.
To stay in those algorithms on Spotify and, the other digital platforms.
Yep.
So let's talk about the upcoming project that you're putting out. You said it's an EP?
Yeah, it's my EP. I dropped my first EP, I was like 2 years ago.
Okay, so it's been a little minute.
And it was called PTSD. Because I truly believe I got PTSD from a lot of stuff I've seen growing up and done.
Of course.
So this one's called PTSD too.
Oh, okay.
And, basically I'm putting a lot of pain in there.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of stuff off my chest. Because when I get to the album, then I'm really ready to, rock out for the clubs and all that.
Right, absolutely. And you got to have that. You got to have a vault of music. You got to have stuff for the ladies, like you said you do. Yeah. Something for the clubs, something for the fellas, something for the smokers, etc. When can we anticipate the new EP?
May 14th.
May 14th is the date.
It's already in the vault.
So it's already done,
approved.
mixed, master, boom, ready to go. Yep. Who do you use for your distribution?
I'm with United Masters.
United Masters. Okay, good. I like them because they provide a lot of opportunity for independent artists.
Definitely.
To get your music in video games, on TV shows and stuff like that. 5 songs? How many songs is on there?
6 songs.
6 songs? Okay. Let's talk about it a little bit. Right now's the time to promote that. You know what I'm saying? Because putting out a whole body of work, whether it's, 5 songs, 10 songs, 20 songs, it takes a lot to put into a whole entire project, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 6 songs that are on there. Who are some of the producers you work with?
It's a guy named Andy R. I think he's from overseas somewhere.
Okay. That's good though. You gotta hey, there's some fire producers
for sure
overseas. But that's gonna gain you a potentially a fan base over there.
Yeah. Then I got another producer named Jig.
Okay.
He a producer. He my engineer.
Okay.
And he featured on there as an artist.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
So he well rounded.
Oh yeah. He about to move to the A. But
does he engineer your music for you?
Yes.
He does all the mixing and mastering?
He's a beast, man.
That's dope. What's his name?
His name is Jig.
Jig?
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. Anybody else that you work with on the project or any other features?
Yeah, one of my homies from growing up.
Yeah.
His name Damo, baby. I got him on there. I mean, we had a little falling out here lately, but I still love him,
I mean, of course.
That's what it is. Still my homie. I'm gonna put him on the tape. And it blow up, we're gonna get it. He a writer on there, so I'm gonna make sure he get his royalties, all that.
Man, I love that because that just shows your integrity.
Yeah, for sure.
As not only as a businessman, but just as a man, period.
Yeah.
Because there's some people who would have been extra petty, depending on what the situation is.
Yeah.
But if it's a situation that you can push through, it's like, just continue handling the business.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Like, most definitely. It ain't saying you got to spend the rest of your life with that person.
Right.
You're just putting out this project with them involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, most definitely. For people who haven't had the chance to tune in and hear your music yet, what do you want them to get from it the first time they listen to it?
It's raw.
Yeah.
It's real. It's real, man. I ain't talking about nothing I ain't done.
Yeah. It's heartfelt.
Yeah, like, that's just what I do. That's my therapy for real.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I get everything off my chest when I'm in the studio.
Do you have a creative space at the house? I know you got kids,
I
but
got my little studio set up.
okay.
MacBook, all that stuff.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, he does. I think that's one of the most important things, no matter what we do, whether you're a content creator like myself, or if you do photos and videos, or you do music, whatever it is, you gotta, even if it's a little corner, you gotta have some sort of creative space in the house.
Definitely.
Because
you gotta stay on top of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's some day, I mean, I only live 15 minutes from my podcast studio, but there's some days I don't want to drive 15 minutes. So, you know what I'm saying? So I walk downstairs and, I turn one of the bedrooms into another home podcast studio, Right across the hallway, my significant other, he's got his studio set up in there. You got to have that, most definitely. Do you typically record most of your own music at the crib, or you go in the studio sometimes?
Nah, I go in the studio because I salute the engineers, man.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot. Now, I ain't got the patience to be an engineer.
I don't understand. Like, I opened up Pro Tools. Like, whenever I have to clean up my interviews, I send them to my boyfriend because he's an engineer, and he knocks it out in like 2 seconds. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I would be in there for hours trying to figure out all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, you just handle it. Thanks, babe.
I'm trying to learn it the best I can, but
I mean, at
I'd
least.
rather pay somebody to do it that's a professional.
Right, but at least you know how to record yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, see, I think that's really where that's the most important thing as an artist. At least know how to record yourself, and then you can send it out for the mixing and mastering.
Yep.
That way, you can focus on making that next record.
Yeah,
You know?
save a lot of money like that too.
Nah, for
The
real.
marketing. You know?
Facts, which again, as we said, is key. What about visuals, man? I know you got some videos out there, right?
Yeah, I got 2 videos out there. I just dropped this year. I just started getting into the visual thing too.
Yeah.
But they doing numbers. I got a heartfelt pain one on there. It's called Stay Gone.
Okay.
It's one of my hit singles too. That's like 63, 65K views in like 2-3 months.
Man, that's big.
Like Mike, that's my top single right now. That's at like 76K. 75K.
I know that's right. Hey, and she knows too. She said, baby, it's at 75K.
yeah. She always promoting it.
Yes, ma'am. My girl.
Yeah.
I rock with her. That's the Taurus in her. You know, we go hard for our men. You know what I'm saying? That's really dope, man.
And I mean, I got videos in the vault now, though.
And that's what you got to do. You got to have stuff lined up, ready to go, because we all go, and being One Prince just had this conversation again before you got here. We all go through seasons where there's going to be times where business is going to be a little slower, or maybe the money's not all the way there because you had a big expense or something coming up. So that's why it's important to stack content. That way, during that season of maybe a little bit of a slump, you got stuff in the vault. That way, you can continue to put stuff out.
Yep. And matter of fact, this EP is from the vault.
Yeah. Okay. So it was.
I was so focused on my album.
Yeah.
I won't really think about putting out another project. But then, you know, I talked to my marketing manager at Mike Check Global, and he was like, man, drop something else to give him something like, you know. So I was like, all right, I got about 15 songs right now that I'm not going to put on the album.
Right.
So I went ahead, went through them, came up with 6, and put the EP out just for my fans to have something.
You got to feed the people.
Yeah.
I think that's so dope that you actually have someone, you hire like an agency to help you out, because as an artist, you want to be able to focus on doing just that, as being the artist.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You want to understand the business, but it's dope when you can actually pay someone else to handle that part or give you the tips and pieces of advice that you need.
And it is a business.
Period.
That's what I didn't understand coming up. It's a business. It's not, I mean, it's a music industry, but it's a music business. I'm trying to get paid off this music.
Nah, for real. That's the goal.
I ain't just spending all this money in videos and all that just to put music out.
Absolutely. Nah, for real. Like, shout out to OG Bigger Rankin. He'd be like, this ain't the rap game. This is the rap business.
Yeah.
You know how he talks.
Yeah.
But it's the biggest facts ever. At the end of the day, it is a business. And
It is.
a lot of artists, that's where they fail, and it's not to throw no shade, but they don't take the time to actually learn the business. You can't do anything else. You can't be a stylist. You can't be a doctor. You can't be a videographer. You can't be whatever it is if you don't understand the basics and the fundamentals of it.
Facts.
What would you say has been the biggest lesson that you've learned throughout this music business?
My biggest lesson would probably be putting the money behind myself. I mean, you can't, like, you got to buy the beats.
Right.
You can't be dropping. You can't even get on major platforms without buying the beat.
Absolutely not. You could go.
You can go on YouTube and get a little free beat, but what you gonna drop it on SoundCloud? I mean, that's cool too, but
that producer might end up suing you if you over here making money off their beat and didn't compensate them for
you gotta
it.
spend the money, man. Like, a lot of guys coming up and rap about, yeah, man, I got the money, I got the bag, I'm in the streets, I'm in the trap.
Yeah.
But why you ain't got why you ain't got money for marketing?
Nah, for real.
Market the music.
It's my biggest pet peeve. I can't stand that because they be showing off all their jewelry and their nice clothes.
For what?
And I got I will throw shade on this. I got people that I know that I'm so cool with, but they ain't never spent a dime with me, and they know what I do.
Right.
I'm like, I guess they feel like because they know you that you're supposed to do it for free. It's like, nah, we had this conversation before too. Man. Like, we pay your people, man. Pay your people.
I got like 60 of these shirts printed. I went to my cousin. I know she do it, so
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna keep the money in the family.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you got to do.
Got all the shirts printed, black and white.
But that's good promo material for you.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to see people rocking your brand.
You put it out. You think, you know what I'm saying, the people that say they love you and say they support you will be the first ones to buy your shirts.
Period. But that
But when
it
it comes
don't
to spending money on it, they ain't doing it.
listen. I know. Hey, we at church today.
It's frustrating.
It is very, very.
I mean, when everything take off and blow up, hey, I mean,
Then they gonna be in your pockets too at that point. They be like,
you ain't got a shirt. Matter of fact, wear the shirt to my signing.
right.
Everybody who got a shirt, wear the shirt to my
And
signing.
it's a nice logo
It
too.
ain't that many people that gonna have to come. They're gonna come because they ain't got it. I mean,
Like you cannot come unless you got
Unless
that
you got
shirt
the
on.
shirt.
Period.
I mean,
Now you have to set those boundaries for yourself.
and I'm getting better with that.
You have to do it unapologetically.
Yeah.
Man, I've cut so many people off. People know that. Anybody that's been tuned in with me for a long time know that I've had other people involved with me with this, and I've had to let them go just because their energy and their passion isn't where it didn't align.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Sometimes we just gotta let people go and keep it
It's like
moving.
a burden on you.
It is. And then you lift that weight and you feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things that we can expect coming up from you? I know you got the EP dropping like in another week. But let's talk, maybe a little bit further out, over the next, 6 to 12 months. What do you got in store for us?
I'm gonna try to drop my album probably like October.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a album release party, all that. I'm gonna try to buy a venue out.
No, you don't try.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a venue out.
There you go.
Sell my hard tickets, and just to see where it do.
It's going to do exactly what you want it to do.
Yeah.
Because you understand this business and you're straightforward with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, really at the end of the day, even if you did an event and we'll say only 20 people came.
Right.
That's cool, man. Like you were able to bring people out of their comfort zone to come spend time with you.
Right.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Some people will frown upon that. Oh man, I went to go perform and there's only 30 people in the building. Well, them are 30 people you don't know.
Yeah,
they ain't come for you, so you better put the show on like this, the show of your life.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, have you been doing like shows and performances? Do they have those opportunities up in your area?
Not really.
So when y'all coming to Atlanta, y'all ain't gonna move out here? Come on, sis.
Everybody do music in the A.
It's okay. There's so much opportunity out here.
It is. Matter of fact, I came down here last year, and I was gonna perform for I think it was one of Ugly Money Nietzsche, Lil Jonesy had, but I think some stuff fell through or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely down to come to the A and do it. But I don't know about moving to the A yet.
He said, I'm not quite there yet. Nah, it's definitely something, especially like you said, you got a wife and 4 kids. You can't just pick up and move on a whim.
Right.
I waited till my son graduated high school.
Yeah.
I was a single mom. As soon as he graduated, went to the military, I packed my stuff and came here. But I did it once it was just me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I ain't trying to pull him out in his last couple years of high school.
I gotta make some moves fast. Music industry, you can't come in here I mean, you can, but you 35, close to 40. I mean, it's hard.
No, I understand. When you in this business, and this is just keeping it all the way G, if you are a musician and you're just starting out at 35, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It could, but
put the bag behind somebody.
Yeah, unless you got a bag to put behind yourself.
Right, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Bag, yeah.
But if you 35, 40 and you ain't got no kind of budget, no kind of buzz, this might not be what's for you. Because there's 18, 19-year-olds coming out here who got a major buzz already, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, I get it. But you've been doing this for a little minute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
You got to make it work.
Yep. It's gonna work.
Yeah, it is going to work. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Let's talk about, some of the other, endeavors that you do besides music. We got to have multiple hustles out here. You can't just do music. Besides music, do you have other business ventures that you can share with us that you're pursuing?
Yeah, well, I'm selling the merch. Matter of fact, I'm in the process of getting another LLC for dispatching.
Okay. Oh, that.
Dispatching service.
Yeah, dope.
Because, trucks on the road, they got to.
Nah, for real, year round.
Yeah. So I'm tapping into that. Me and my cousin, he was supposed to be here, but his flight got canceled. me and him tapping into actually getting our own trucks on the road.
Yeah, that's a big business. Moving freight is a big business.
So we had the trucks and the dispatching service.
Especially if you own your own trucks, man, that's a
lot,
great,
man. Just getting the LLCs and getting the business accounts, building my credit up.
Right, absolutely. We've had these conversations too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 4 LLCs and I'm working on building credit for all of them because, hey, if one of them don't work out, I got 3 others.
Exactly. Yep. That's why I'm at with it.
You know, I mean, shoot, that's just business right there.
Yeah.
Besides music, what do you enjoy doing?
Be with my family.
Yeah, family time, traveling a little bit.
We travel a lot.
Yeah.
New Orleans, Vegas. Been to the A, two times now. We just travel. Trying to get my sons in the sports.
Yeah. How old are they?
One of them about to be 4 next week.
Okay.
And the other one 2, he be 3 of the 27th of this month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You want to start them young. Yeah.
They back to back.
So let's just take a second right now because you got young ones and you are going to be their biggest influence, right? What would you want to say to your kids right now if they went back and watched this 10 years from now? What would you want to say to them?
Man, I say, look, save your money. Save the money that I'm giving you now, this little chump change I'm giving you, and you save that up. Focus on your credit. Gotta have credit.
Yes.
Credit's everything.
Yes.
And
credit is king.
Don't get so caught up in following the crowd because you'll put yourself in a lot of situations that you wouldn't even usually be in.
That's facts.
You following the crowd.
Absolutely.
And you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Absolutely. That's why a lot of people end up in messed up situations because they're trying to fit in with other people or feel like they're being accepted by other people.
Yep.
So much pressure. I say it all the time. I'm like, I'm so glad that my era of being in high school and stuff, social media didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, thank God that I dodged that bullet. I was able, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's unfortunate that a lot of these young men and women, especially I think women, have so much pressure on them to have their bodies look a certain way or act a certain way. And I'm just like, nah, baby, like just 100% be you. If someone don't like it, who cares? You know what I'm saying? So that's just great. I just wanted you to speak to your kids because I want them to look at this, maybe even 5 years from now.
Right.
And be like, that's my dad right there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He instilled that good energy, most definitely. Anything else that you got coming up? I know you got the EP on the way. Album will be out, you said maybe around October.
Yeah.
Visuals, you got any videos that you're getting ready to drop?
Yeah, I got I just dropped a single. It's called No Words.
Okay.
And that video is crazy. I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera now.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And matter of fact, I'm gonna shout out my videographer, man.
Please.
Clout Squad. I mean, he well known. He comes to the A all the time, do videos for.
He lives in your area.
He's staying in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
He crazy with it. So he tapped me into, man, look, let's get more into making a movie.
I love when your engineers and your videographers and stuff get involved. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what they do. This is their craft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like one Prince told you how to come in and do blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That type of stuff is important. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps poise you in front of the camera and get you more comfortable. So definitely shout out to your videographer, man, out there.
Peace.
Doing big things. Before we get out of here, is there anything else that you want to say, want to talk about, want to let the people know about?
Y'all go follow me on Instagram.
Oh, we're gonna do all that now. You can't
All right.
You can't take that from me. We're gonna do that.
Y'all about to see. That's all I can say.
All right, this what I'm gonna have you do, right? So I know you got a lot of people that support you, including your wife sitting right here with you. Shout out to her for being here. You got fans, you got family. What do you want to look at the camera right now and talk to them? What do you want to say to them? Because it's important that we give people their flowers.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my wife. She's sitting back there. Y'all can't see. Shout out to my mama. Man, my whole family. Man, I got a bunch of supporters. My brothers, my sisters. I love y'all, man. If it weren't for y'all, ain't no telling where I'd be, And it's been a bumpy road for me, especially for my mama, I was a little troubled little kid, but she stuck with me. Never gave up on me. She instilled that drive in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I watched my mama battle cancer, and she beat it. You know, I thought she was gone. You know, I didn't know what's going to happen.
Man, you got a testimony right there.
That's what that's my drive, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Absolutely. Anybody that can push through that, I think they can do anything. She a superwoman.
Yeah, for sure.
Most definitely.
Losing her hair, you know, fingernails turning.
Man. And you had to witness that had to be so hard.
Oh, it was. But the music came and played with that too.
Yeah.
You know, that was my outlet.
Does she live in Virginia?
Yeah. She stay in Virginia too. She stay in King George, Virginia.
Shout out to your mom. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you too, beautiful. Yeah. it is what are you doing for Mother's Day?
Well, when I fly back to Virginia,
put him on the spot.
I'm gonna have to take her and my mama out to eat.
There you go.
But my brother be there. He can help out with this mess. Cook out or something. Man, we're gonna do it big. Mother's Day is very big. My grandma coming up.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. That's real dope, man. Let's take a personal real quick before we get out of here. What do you like to eat? What's your favorite thing to eat? What's your wife whip up that you just love to eat?
Homemade mac and cheese.
Okay.
Cabbage. Something like that Creole chicken. She used to make some type of Creole chicken with some spices on it.
Yeah. You getting hungry right now? You making me hungry here talking about it. Shoot.
Yeah. She do it big in the kitchen.
That could be your Father's Day plate. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
That's around the corner too.
Ain't could be none of that tomorrow.
Nah, for real. Absolutely, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you being here. Definitely PTSD part 2 that's coming out, the EP.
Part 2.
Coming out in a week. From now.
Yep, the 14th.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly 1 week from now. So make sure you guys go check that out. Now you can tell them where can they follow you, keep up with you on all your social media.
All right. My Instagram and my Twitter is flame_da_OG. That's my Twitter and my Instagram. My YouTube is OGFlame804. Y'all can go check the videos out. Leave a comment, subscribe. Please subscribe and leave a comment.
Yes.
I got my own Facebook page. It's OG_Flame. I do a lot of marketing on there too.
Okay.
You can find me. I mean, I got my link fly. You can just search OG Flame on pop up. You know, it's getting bigger and bigger. No,
that's good. Before we get into the last part, let's talk about the name real quickly. Where did the name OG Flame come from?
Flame came from some situations I was in. And the boy was like, "Yo, Flame, man." So that's where that came from. And then the OG came as, like, a lot of stuff that these boys was doing, I was doing it young.
Yeah. Did you hang around older people?
My whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life, man. And most of my friends now is like in their 40s.
Yeah.
You know,
because they going to instill that wisdom in you.
Yeah.
Facts.
And they would tell me, you know, I try to skip school or something. They be like, "Man, nah, what the hell you doing, man?"
Yeah. That's good, though.
Go to school, man. What you doing?
Get your education, most definitely. At least through high school. You know what I'm saying? If you don't make it to college, you know, that's neither here nor there. But at least get the fundamentals.
Yeah. So then I put the OG on there because I'm an OG now. I mean, I don't steer my young boys the wrong way.
Right.
That's being an OG.
Absolutely, I agree.
OG ain't out here shooting up people for no reason.
Absolutely not.
I'm an OG because I tell a young boy, "Nah, this ain't what it really is."
Exactly.
And then if you really into that and that's what you really want to do, I can steer you the right way that way too.
Right. Absolutely. Because
teach you how to move and all that.
Yeah. You have to learn to be proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah, definitely.
In life. You know what I'm saying? When you actually stop and think about the move you're about to make and how it could affect you and your wife and your kids, you could potentially save yourself from a really messed up situation.
Yeah, like don't go to them places you know you ain't supposed to go.
Period. I definitely don't do that. I stay out the way.
Yeah, if I want to take my kids there, I ain't going. That's why I look at it now.
Yeah, man. That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. If I want to take my kids there, feel comfortable, I ain't going.
Nah, for real. You have to be mindful of that. And that's what's so beautiful about us having social media now because, yeah, you do still got to get out, move around, and do certain things. But also by having social media, it allows you to engage with the whole world without having to be out there all the time.
Yep, for sure.
I think that's what saved a lot of people through the pandemic.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get better with the being a creator on there too.
Yeah, I know. I just got my TikTok going.
Yeah, I need to tap into that. That's crazy right now.
Yeah, it is. That's why I was like, okay, but what I want to do with TikTok, and you may want to do the same thing. Like, I don't want to post the same stuff I post on Instagram.
Right.
I want to come up with something different for TikTok because, like, what's the point in posting? Because you're probably gonna have a lot of the same followers on both platforms.
Yeah.
So you want to give them something different on
yeah.
TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, maybe I need to dive into doing some funny stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lighthearted stuff. As an artist, you could put some funny content out, but put your music behind it. So you're still slick promoting your music,
right,
but you're making people laugh at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, so hey, TikTok, we gotta get our TikTok popping.
Is great. TikTok will blow you up for real.
Nah, for real. Absolutely it will. Most definitely. I know you gave a couple shout outs. Anybody else you want to shout out to?
Nah, not for real. I want to shout out Mike Check Low, but I mean, I already mentioned his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Darius Robinson, Mike Check Low, man, he a stand-up guy. You could do. I mean, people just you do your research on him.
Nah, for
tap in with him.
Definitely familiar.
I mean,
Absolutely.
He a beast at what he do, man. Like, he got me going crazy.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to rock with the people that got your best interest and really want to see you win.
Yeah.
You know, and he's made a whole business out of it.
Yeah, and he doing some big stuff right now, man. Like, I'm in a program where he helping me get my credit right.
Oh, that's
he gonna help me get business funding.
Man.
Like, his mind is already 5 years ahead.
That is so important because, like you said earlier on, when you said what you would talk to your kids, you would tell them to make sure they get their credit together.
Credit. And man, my credit good, so I'm gonna put them as authorized sign. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff you can do.
Absolutely, you add someone as an authorized user on a card, that's gonna help build their credit. A real quick sidebar, in Florida, because that's where I'm from. You know, shout out to the governor out
She's
there.
from Florida too.
Okay. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, she's from Tampa, yeah.
What? So we from the same city. We both Taurus.
Yeah.
We cut. This is my family right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. But what's so dope about the governor in Florida is he passed a bill that now, in order for you to graduate high school, you have to take a financial literacy course that teaches you credit, budgeting, how to balance your bank account.
That's big.
You cannot graduate without taking that. And I said, it
should have been like that.
It should have been like that.
Yeah.
They don't teach you the financial literacy in school.
Right.
They teach you stuff that we never use in life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like me dissecting a frog is not going to help me do what I'm doing today. You know what I'm saying? Like, teach me how to get to the bag and keep my credit good.
Credit's crazy.
Yes, I just want to throw that out there, man.
Credit worth more than cash.
Credit is king. Period. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? We spending other people's money.
Yeah,
OPM.
You better believe it. And Boom Man talk about that a lot.
That's
too.
my dog too, man.
Yeah.
Boom Man is definitely the guru when it comes to this financial literacy.
Yeah, definitely.
Last but not least, and this is the most important question of the whole conversation we just had, right? You ready for it?
Yeah.
We got OG Flame checking in. It's your girl TampaMystic. We on the industry's most wanted podcast.
Yeah.
So I got to know what makes you, OG Flame, the industry's most wanted.
I understand the business, and I'm raw. I'm a beast. I'm versatile.
It's great like that.
I do it all. Music for the ladies, trap music for the clubs, pain. I can do it all.
Yeah.
I'm the one for real. They just don't know it yet.
He is the industry's most wanted.
I'm the one for real.
You did.
I understand the business.
We up out of here, y'all.